Hello everyone, I'm back and man do I have a lot of magnets, which is what I'm going to be talking about today because magnets are both my best friend and my worst enemy. Why you ask? Because magnets are a great way to save money on customization for your very expensive Warhammer models. So how exactly do magnets work? In caveman terms, magnets opposite sides stick together. Same sides repel each other. A slightly more scientific explanation is magnets have northern and southern poles. Opposite poles attract each other, while similar repels each other. This is the result of what's called ferromagnetics, which means the object is rich in cobalt, nickel, or iron. This is also why the Earth is just one giant magnet, because its electromagnetic field is made up mostly of nickel and iron. This electromagnetic field is what protects us from the deadly laser in the sky called the sun. If you want a better explanation, because I'm not exactly well versed in how magnets work, Google is your best friend. So another thing I'm sure you're asking is, how can magnets help me with my journey in Warhammer? Well, like I mentioned earlier, it's very good if you have really expensive models that you don't want to buy a lot of. Some good examples of how magnetization could be useful for your large models are for Bane Blades, Orc Gargants, various Space Marine tanks, Imperial Knights or Chaos Knights, and even that Warlord Titan I still haven't even touched yet. I promise I'll be painting that very soon. The Warlord Titan is the greatest example because, as some of you know, I have almost every single weapon option and head option. Still missing the Apocalypse missile launchers and Power Claw though. Soon. I say this because if I didn't magnetize this bad boy, I would need at least 3 more Warlord Titans and 1 extra Cerberus weapon just to use everything. And God help my wallet and kidneys if I did that. So yeah, magnets are a great way to save money on a model that costs as much as a used car. For other models I mentioned, same story like for the Bane Blade. Although I know it's very involved for magnetization, but do you really want to buy multiple Bane Blades just for each variant? Not including the Forge World ones? Or for the Imperial Knights, do you really want to buy 5 Questoris Knights just to get all 5 variants when you are most likely only ever going to need 3 of them? Which is why magnets really help with this kit too. And also the other plastic knights, since they now have multi-variant kits. Now if you want some really good magnets for Warhammer for fairly cheap, you can either go to the Magnet Baron or Apex Magnets. Hashtag not sponsored. So magnets are a very good way to save money for this very expensive hobby, and it's fairly easy to do. Or is it? Now for the downside of magnetization in my opinion. Let's say you have an Age of Darkness box, and you have almost all the weapon upgrades for the Tactical Marines, and the Terminators don't come with enough shoulder pads for all the weapon options. I think you know where this is going. That's right, I magnetized the shit out of this box. In total, I used around 500 magnets just for the Tactical Marines and Terminators. So let's break down the math for you. So for the Tactical Marines, I used 2x1mm magnets. To magnetize the arms for the Tactical Marines, you need 2 magnets per arm. Now each weapon also needs 2 magnets. So let's go over what we have and what we need. So in total we have 40 bolters, 10 meltaguns, 10 plasma guns, 10 Volkite Cavaliers and Volkite Chargers, 10 flamers, 10 rotary cannons, 10 missile launchers, and 10 heavy bolters, all for a grand total of around 320 magnets just for the Tactical Marines. For the Terminators, I used 2x1mm and 3x1mm magnets. So you need 10 magnets for each shoulder pad, 2 magnets for each arm, and 2 for each torso. So you need a total of around 150 magnets just for the Terminators. Oh boy, all for a grand total of around 460 magnets just for the infantry in the Age of Darkness box. So yeah, magnets can be your best friend and your worst enemy all at the same time. Why do I do this to myself? But in the long run, if I didn't do things like this, I would probably have to spend over $1,000 just to get every weapon option for all the Tactical Marines and Terminators, which is another Warlord Titan. And that's why, if you can, I suggest you magnetize the ever-living shit out of your models if you really want to spend multiple hours drilling magnet holes over and over and over again. But honestly, in reality, it's just the best way to save money. Well everyone, once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. And you can also catch me on Twitch either assembling, painting, or playing video games on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Also, don't forget to hit that like button so the YouTube algorithm will push my suffering for the world to see. Now if you'll excuse me, I have some more magnet drilling to do for the Spartan and the Contemptor Dreadnought from the Age of Darkness box. And unfortunately, I can't paint Marduk Cedrus yet because mold slip. God damn it.